Yo, what is my bubbly boys back here in another video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're gonna be doing a banlist prediction tier list. Now I know I'm just a bit late to the party, but I just thought it would be a fun thing to see how accurate my takes are before the banlist releases tomorrow. Because as you know, banlist is releasing tomorrow, so I just thought, why not do it before banlist releases tomorrow? But before we hop right into it, I have a huge announcement. Finally, after a long wait, I finally made my own Discord server. So this Discord server is going to be what I'm going to be using to host tournaments, reach out to you guys for opinions on certain things, and give you guys some space to trade, deck build, and play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright? And just a way to also just build a community for the channel. Now, if you want to join the Discord server, link in the description or in the pinned comment below. Now, without further ado, let's not waste any more of your time and hop right into it. Alright, welcome to the tier list. Welcome to the ban list tier list. So, as you can see, we have 4 sections. One of them is ban, limit, semi-limit, and unlimit. I'm pretty sure that, as you guys know what this means, but I'll just explain it anyways, just in case. Ban basically means you can ban the card, or yeah, just basically ban the card. Limit, you can bring it out of the ban section or limit it, or just bring it from anywhere else under here into limit. Alright. Semi-limit, of course, you can make it semi-limited, and unlimited, of course, you can make it unlimited. Alright, so, yeah, let's hop right into it. So, let's start with Tenpai first. So, Tenpai is a deck that could really just kill you in one turn, and one of the most broken things about it, it can play Shifter. Shifter should be banned because it is a very toxic card, although a lot of decks, very few decks can actually play it. But if you can play, it's just basically one turn kill. Is you can't. Your opponent sometimes is a pass turn, immediate pass turn. You just kill them. It's just not even fair, especially for Tenpai be able to use this card. It's just I don't think it's something that should be legal in this game. Especially since a lot of decks that are graveyard reliant can't really play because of this card. So yeah, it's a very toxic card. I think it's come to its end of its time. If it stays on the list, I'm gonna be surprised. But overall, I just think its time has come. Its time has come. All right. Next, Sengen summoning. It makes all your fire dragon monsters unlimited. So it makes Tenpai Dragon, if they activate this, and you can out it, you're basically gonna lose it because all their dragons are unaffected and just basically they're just free to kill you easily. Just keep on swinging at you, swinging at your life points. You can't do anything about it. So honestly, we could limit that because I just think having a field spell that can make all your monsters unaffected as well as a starter, being able to be a starter as well in one card, I just think that's too broken. I think that's too unhealthy for the game. That shouldn't exist actually. So same thing with Sengen summoning. Sengen summoning is, Sengen Kaiman. Kaiman is also a pretty broken card. That's basically a kind of like a starter, and as well you can activate during battle phase. It gives you there's too much in one card. I just think it could be limited as well. Maybe like a little bit of a consistency hit, and I still at least they have access to it, like something like Hydra and stuff like that in their main deck. So it's still you still have access to it, but it's just gonna be limited. I mean, you can even semi-limit it if you want to, but I just think limited. It's just I'm sick of Tenpai already. To be honest, I'm sick of Tenpai. Okay. So next for Tenpai, we also have let me see what we have here for Senpai. Alright, so I guess this is sort of a Tenpai card because Pride of Prosperity, you basically only see that in Tenpai anymore. Pride of Prosperity. My thoughts on Pride of Prosperity. For decks that are not very consistent, I see this card being still unlimited, but at the same time, making it super hyper consistent as well as like seeing your side cards way more easily. And decks that aren't really tight in the extra deck can't be able to play this card, so it's kind of hard to make this kind of. It's not really healthy, I would say, because I think limiting it is fine. Because like some decks can't play it because they have a very tight extra deck, like Live Twin, for example. They have a very tight extra deck, so they can't play cards like Pot of Prosperity, if I could speak. So they can't play cards like this, so it's kind of hard for them to be able to see their side deck cards. So it's kind of unfair. Like it's only basically for decks that don't really rely on their extra deck that much, or only rely on very little bit of it. So I think Pot of Prosperity can go to 1. It's a pretty broken card, but if you're able to draw it, it's good. I mean, I don't think it's it's broken enough to get banned, but I just think limiting it is fine. Next for you, Bell. All right, so I know you guys, a lot of people have been saying ban Yama. You guys have to understand, Yama is not the problem. We still have a broken contact fusion monster, and you guys only want to hit that. You want to hit the Yama? Are you serious right now? And Nightmare Throne. We have Nightmare Throne and Phantom Yubel. And you want to hit Yama out of all things? Okay, first of all, that's a 100. If you ban Yama, you're 100% killing the Unchained deck. And that's just not something you want to do, because like Unchained is not the problem. Because it's not doing anything. They have Shavara 1 as it is. Why you gotta hurt the Unchained deck even more? But yeah, I think Yama is not the problem. Yama is not the problem. I think Phantom Yubel being able to help the deck play around the Nibiru is the problem. Because if the deck is able to play around the Nibiru, I just feel like if you ban something like Phantom Yubel, the deck is able to play through. The deck is not able to play through Nibiru. At least it makes it a little bit more balanced, because the deck will be able to lose Nibiru. And since it's be able to contact fuse from the graveyard, field, or hand, it's pretty broken. I just don't think that shouldn't exist. Nightmare Throne being able to grant you extra body, being able to search a fiend with 0 attack and 0 defense from your deck to your hand. Does too many things in one card. I think it's limited, to be honest. And for Yama, that could stay unlimited. It's not the problem. Shavara, it's limited right now. It really took a toll on Unchained, and right now Unchained is not really much of a problem, especially in the OCG. If you look at the OCG, Unchained is at its full power right now, and it's not really much of a problem at all. I think Unchained Shavara can come back to 2 or 3, because most of the time people that are playing the Unchained engine are going to be playing 1 anyways, so it doesn't matter if you put it semi-limit, because if semi-limit or unlimited, because people are going to be playing 1 anyways, because they don't want to draw into it. They want to search out for Yama. So I think to help the Unchained deck a little bit in today's meta, I think we really a little bit better for the game. At least more decks can come into the meta. So I just think putting Unchained Shavara to 2 or unlimited, I think is a little bit better, in my opinion, of course. Next, let's go on to okay. Let's go on to Snake Eye. Let's get the elephant out of the room out of the way. Okay, let's start with Flamebird here. Flamebird is a very interesting card. It can place your monsters spell and trap zone, and your opponent's turn, it can summon them out. So putting something like IP from your graveyard to your spell and trap zone, and after that, on your opponent's turn, being able to summon IP is kind of broken. And not only that, is also generating, after it's sent to the graveyard, it generates 2 more bodies in order to summon that IP from the deck, from your extra deck. So, how do I feel about that? What do you guys think about that? That's a media ban, because that's just insanely broken. Not only that will hit the Snake Eye deck, we make it a little bit more balanced. I just think Flamebird was the problem, to be honest. Flamebird was always the problem. And let's go on to Original Sinful Spoil, Snake Eye. Alright? It's a card that lets you summon any level 1 fire from deck. Generic, doesn't lock you into fires, so it's kind of broken, but let's see. I really don't think it's a problem. You could ban Sinful Spoil Snake Eye, so it makes 6 of your opponent's starters weaker. Because if you ban Original, it makes their whole Diabellstar, makes their Diabellstar stuff not be able to be a starter. Okay, if they go ahead and go Wanted, search Diabellstar effect, summon itself, and a Diabellstar effect is gonna set from deck. You can't. It says Original Sinful Spoil. If you ban it, it's not gonna be able to be a starter. So it's a major consistency hit. Is one card is making the whole deck being able to -6 starters, and it has so many starters as it is. I think it's a little bit more fair, because at least now they can't play the Diabellstar package, and it just makes it way more balanced. So yeah. So banning the Original Sinful Spoil is the right move by Konami if they do it, because then after that it's a consistent hit, because Konami does a lot of consistency hits. If I can speak today, sorry. If they hit the Original Sinful Spoils, it's fine, because I just felt like it was too broken that it didn't block you into fires, as well as making the deck way more or less consistent, because it was way too consistent that it needed to be. It had so many extenders, so many starters. It was just really unhealthy. Next, Wanted. Remember, Wanted It's gonna be a really important card, especially with the Azumina cards coming out. It's good. Konami still has to make their money on it. Remember, they're also reprinting the Diabell Star stuff. They're reprinting the Diabell Star Black Witch, so they're most likely also going to be reprinting the Wanted. So I don't think they made their money off of it just yet. They haven't finished making the money off of it, so I don't think they're gonna hit this anytime soon. So I think Wanted can be unlimited. If they're gonna hit the original, they could leave the Wanted alone. Another way you could do this, you could leave the original alone and limit the Wanted, but I just think hitting the original and leaving the Wanted alone is 100% way better. All right. Reason why I don't have Snake Eye Ash on here. I really don't think Snake Eye Ash is the problem. You can, if you want it. I mean, it's an honorable mention here. You can put Snake Eye Ash to work, okay? But I just think banning Flameburge and Original Sinful Original, I just think it's enough. It's enough, to be honest. It's making the deck a lot more weaker. Makes it a lot more weaker to hand trap. I think it's fine, especially since we're going to talk about Skill Drain now. Skill Drain can go to 1 easily. Way too much of a toxic card. Snake Eye being able to play it because they could send it for cost off of their Snake Eye stuff, and then it just makes Skill Drain really insane because basically if you're going first and your opponent hand traps you to death, or they just like Dimension Shifter, what you do, you go Skill Drain, and then after that, basically if it's like something like Tenbai or something, they pass turn, they pass back, and after that they use something like Ash Effect, sending the Skill Drain, and then it will resolve, and you could just play your whole turn. So it's basically a turn skip against any opponent, and basically any rogue decks really can't play through that. So it's just kind of not fair to those types of decks, like any rogue deck. So I just don't think Skill Drain is a healthy card right now, especially being able to be used and stun as well. I just no. Limit this, or at least ban it. Even to banning it will be nice, but I don't have my hopes too high for Konami, so limiting it for now is fine. All right, next we have Beatrice. So Beatrice is being abused right now. Let's actually, you know what? Let's talk about IP first. IP can be banned. IP into SP, too much. Being able to play it in any deck is just way too powerful. Being able to SP granting 2 interruptions on your opponent's turn with just 1 IP, and being able to not be destroyed by card effects is just, it's insane. IP can be banned though. Beatrice, being able to enable FTKs, being able to be a starter for Snake Eye, and being able to just really just not let your opponent play at all. It's just, what do you think about that? What do you think out of all of these cards in this list? What do you think this is? Let's see. Let me think about that real quick. No, yeah, this could be banned for sure. That card should not exist at all. Being able to be a generic send from Dex to Grave, it's just shouldn't have existed in the first place. They shouldn't have never made that. Also, something like Beatrice, Albion. Yeah, this could be banned too. Being able to gimmick lock your opponent. If you ban this, it'll make the Brandon matchup a lot easier without really hitting Brandon. So nothing like Brandon Fusion. I don't think Brandon Fusion should be hit anytime yet. Especially since Brandon isn't able to play hand traps at all. I just think making it so that it's not really a threat right now because it can't play hand traps and stuff like that. But the only problem I have with it is that Albion shouldn't exist and shouldn't be able to do things like use the gimmick puppet lock. So like, if you ban Gimmick Puppet, it's not going to help anything. They'll still have Albion, and then they'll be able to go ahead and summon things like Raw's Disciple and some other cards that also lock you, and it's not going to solve anything. So I think Albion is the best way to go. Another card that locks your opponent from playing the game. King Calamity, being able to play Centurion and White Forest. Yeah, this could be banned as well. Yeah. I think I got to everything. Oh yeah, let's go to Protoss too. I forgot about Protoss. This could be banned too. Yeah. All right. I think I got everything. All right. Here's okay. We're gonna go Apollosa now. Okay. Apollosa. Being able to negate multiple things, but I think it's kind of fair at the same time. But you have to waste the battle phase most of the time. Let me think about it. Yeah, I think this could be banned too. Next, we have Moon of the Close Sky. So hear me out on this one, okay? I don't think Requiem should be hit. Okay, you gotta look at this. Look at this. Wait, hold up. You gotta look at this from Konami's eyes, okay? In a business standpoint, okay? They still haven't made the money off of the Fiendsmith stuff, right? They just released Fiendsmith, and the Fiendsmith is going to be getting the new support. And since the lore is still not finished, I still think Fiendsmith is going to get even more support, more in the future. So, yeah, I don't think they finished making the money on it. So I don't think banning it is really something they're going to do. And I think the problem was Moon of the Cold Sky. It wasn't Requiem. It was Moon of the Cold Sky. Being able to just link summon this and then go into Requiem was too broken, and just being the only generic light fiend monster in the game, this should be banned. This shouldn't be Requiem. I think Moon of the Cold Sky should be banned. And anybody that's able to abuse Requiem, like Evil Twin, which is the best deck in the game by the way, and Magical Musketeer, those lower tier decks, should be able to abuse that card like Fiendsmith Requiem to make them a little bit more fair, a little bit more able to play in today's meta. So I think that's fine. And I just think that Moon of the Cold Sky should be banned. It shouldn't be a Requiem, alright? Alright, how about let's start with Summon Sorceress, alright? Then after we'll start going in order, alright? So, Summon Sorceress obviously should be limited. It got a errata in the OCG, so most likely this ban list we're going to get an errata, the errated version, limited to 1 as well. So most likely it's either going to be limited or semi-limited or unlimited, most likely. Now let's go on to Runic Fountain. I really hate Runic Sun. Runic Fountain could go to 1. What you could also do, you could also ban Hugin. If you ban Hugin, the only way to get access to the Runic Fountain is either the 2 copies of Runic Fountain, or they could either access it to their Runic Tip. So that's either way. I think either way is fine. Personally, I like the Hugin because that way your opponent is still out the fountain. Because then Hugin was a problem because you couldn't be able to destroy you wouldn't be able to destroy the fountain. So then after that, if your opponent was like playing Runic Stun, they will go Runic Fountain, step 5 pass. Then your opponent goes Lightning Storm. They will be able to summon Hugin and then be able to protect all their back row. So basically, I think that was something that really shouldn't have existed. So you can either hit Runic Fountain to 1, or my personal preference, I think you can ban Hugin. Alright. Next for D-Barrier. Alright. I'm gonna be honest here. You could either keep it unlimited, because I think it was very fair. Okay, wait, hold up. That came out wrong. I don't think it was fair, okay? I don't think it was fair to a lot of different decks, but I think it can at least go to 1. You shouldn't ban it. Because things like Tempai are still going to be existing. It shouldn't be banned just yet. I think limiting it to 1, so that way Konami at least still makes their money off of something like Triple Tactics Talent. Because at least, I mean, not Triple Tactics Talent, Triple Tactics Thrust. So that at least they're getting money off the Triple Tactics Thrust. And they're also limiting a problematic card, but as well, people still have access to it. Alright, you can ban it. I mean, I don't see a problem with banning it, but I think limiting it it's also fine. And maybe because I'm just a link deck player, but overall, you could either limit or ban it. Either way, it's fine. Chicken Game can go unlimited. To be honest, Tip can go limited. Just hitting consistency for Runic, I think, is the best choice here. And also being able to special or search any Runic from deck to hand, either being the Fountain or any of the Runic spells or traps. I mean, spells really was kind of broken. So I just think that Runic Tip can go to 1. Cross-Leg Designator. Cross-Leg Designator could stay unlimited. Reason being is that any decks that could lose to Nibiru or really suffer against hand traps, this gives them a chance to actually be playable with stuff like Cross-Leg Designator. Decks like Evil Twin, for example, if they end on Trouble Zone or something like that, and if your opponent goes Nibiru, if you limit or ban Cross-Leg Designator, it's really gonna hurt rogue decks like that, like rogue decks that really can't play through hand traps or really can't play through Nibiru. So I don't think that's really healthy. I think that Cross-Leg should stay at 3. Gamma could go to 2. I think limiting Gamma was a little too much. I think semi-limiting it at least will be a better option. Spooky Dogwood. As much as a lot of people are saying that you should ban this card. I really don't think you ban it, because with things like Lacrima, being able to burn for 1200, I think Spooky Dogwood making it 100% fair. Especially decks like Gimmick Puppet being able to FTK you. Tenpai Dragon being able to also FTK you. I just think that Spooky Dogwood, it's something that we should keep in the game for now. All right. Electromite. Yeah, this could stay banned. All right, it's already banned and should not come off the ban list. This was a way broken, too broken, too much of a broken card in Pendulum. Kitkalos. Kitkalos can come back to 1. Now that we don't have Millers, Kitkalos is not gonna be as now that we don't have the Shih Tzu Millers, Kitkalos is not gonna be as much of a problem. I don't really see anything too broken about it, like too broken that I'm trying to think right now what cards are gonna be too broken to mill, but I don't really think that. I mean, maybe the shufflers, but that's it. At least it'll give Tier Elements a little bit of a boost in today's meta, and at least it'll be a little bit more playable. Armageddon Knight can go back to 3. Meow Meow Mew, Meow Meow Mew. All right, this could come back to 1. Prank Kids, I think should come back to the meta. Should come back to the meta. I really love Prank Kids. It was one of my favorite decks. Really fun to play, and I think it should come back. It should be able to be at least be somewhat playable. Heavy Storm is gonna get limited, to be honest. Yeah. So Circular, banning Circular really hurt Mathmech. I don't even think Mathmech is playable at all anymore, is it? So I think banning Circular was really hard hit on the ban list. All right, on last ban list. Was it last ban? I don't even remember, but that was a really hard hit. And if you want to make the deck playable again, you're gonna have to at least limit it again. I think limiting it would be the most fair thing to do, because you can still Ash it, you can still do whatever to it, and at least that cuts them off from their Mathmech stuff line. But at least just limit it. You shouldn't 100% kill the deck. You should at least make the deck somewhat playable. And banning Circular was just not making it playable. Sprite Elf. If they errata it to making it that it locks you into 2s, I'd say limit it, but I just think keep it in ban is fine. Pankratops, come back to 1. I mean, come back to unlimited is fine. It's not really a problem. And finally, our last card on the tier list, Maxi. So here are my honest thoughts about Maxi. It's a questionable card. All right, it's a very questionable card. You guys are gonna hate me for this, but okay. It could go limited. Wait, hold up before you come off the video. Just listen. It could go limited. Actually, you know what? Forget it. Yep. Never mind. I was about to say something good about it, but there's just really nothing good about it. So yeah, forget about Maxi getting limited. Maxi can stay banned. Yeah. So yeah, that is it for today's tier list prediction. I think this is the most accurate, tier list prediction out there. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers. So if you subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.